Wagwan people. Hooey. Oh man, I've really been enjoying this summer break. Welcome to not another Formula One podcast. For the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix. I'm sorry. I've been playing so much of this new Skate Alpha. I really hate EA Studios, but God, they made a really solid game, and I don't care what none of y'all say, I still love her. In the words of Kanye. I want to get back to playing that game, so let me tell you, this podcast is coming straight off the HEAZY. That's right, baby, this podcast is coming straight off the dome. Like I'm taking the ball and I'm bouncing it right up your fucking head. He's shaking, he's baking off the HEAZY. oh man, right off the dome, like something like Lil Wayne in his prime. I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually write his lyrics ever, which is very impressive to me. He straight off the dome. So yeah, let's get into this race weekend. News, greetings, earthlings. Two dope boys in a Cadillac just arrived. And guess who it is? Actually, it couldn't have been more obvious. Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas are back in the game. What can I say, dude? With the most American fucking team ever, dude. I love it. I can't get enough of this. The memes are spectacular. For Christ's sake, it's Cadillac. I mean, throw some D's on that bitch. Wood grain steering wheel. I don't give a damn. I mean, sitting on fofos, popping they collar. Houston is gonna love this. But yeah, no, seriously, I don't know anything about like their contracts. I'm assuming for the foreseeable future, they will both be Cadillac drivers. Congrats off to them. Anyways, like I think it was Allen Iverson said, practice? We're going to talk about practice? Well, yes, we are going to talk about practice because it's kind of important when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. I believe Lando, Oscar, and Lance Stroll rounded out the top three in FP1. The Aston Martin genuinely showing pace. In the hands of Lance Stroll, though, that's a little confusing. But, we'll get on to him later. Lando, once again, I think... He for sure came in first in all three practice sessions, sorry. But Alonso in FP2 finished second? The Aston Martin showing good pace in the hands of Fernando Alonso? Now that I can actually see happening. And Piastri rounding out third, and, Lando, Oscar, George Russell, who gives a fucking FP3. Qualifying, baby. Oscar Piastri snagged pole. Absolutely snagged pole by, I think it was 0.012 seconds. Like 1/100th of a second. And, everyone's saying it's because of that, the slipstream from Hadjar. Dude, Hadjar was so far ahead. I honestly think Piastri snagged pole by 100th of a second in dirty air, which is more impressive. And, Lando Norris, second place. Max, of course, getting a respectable third, but Isaac Hadjar, a solid 4th place qualifying. George Russell in 5th. The Ferrari boys, Leclerc and Lewis, respectively, 6th and 7th. 6th sale. I really don't understand the fucking kids these days. I mean, I get it, the whole, 7, 8, 9, but 6, 7 is not the new 69. Anywho. Liam Lawson? Yeah, it was definitely Liam Lawson. Finished 8th. No, qualified 8th. And Carlos Sainz got 9th, and Alonso in 10th. I mean, that's about where the car is, to be honest, in terms of qualifying. So, we move on to the race. I would have bet everything I own. Everything I own, I would have bet on Max Verstappen getting the jump on Lando at turn 1. But holy moly, dude, that Max save was a godsend. I'm typically watching these things, and I get vocal. But dog, I screamed. Could you imagine the chaos that would have ensued had Max actually binned it? I mean, everybody would have been in that pileup. So yeah, Oscar in the lead. I think Max could have gotten Oscar too, but it is what it is. And Lando got him back quite swiftly at turn 1, very impressively, which goes to show that not that Lando car, that McLaren car. I mean, as it was all weekend, impressive as hell in turn 1. That low speed corner speed they've got going on, it's pretty good, dude. No wonder they dominated this track. And they'll definitely dominate Monza as well. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Lance Stroll somehow managed to ruin another person's race from the back of the pack, but that's strangely not the most impressive thing he did today. And speaking of impressive things, it was about maybe lap 20, early 20 something, I don't know. Some baby ass rain was happening, and of all people, paint got a little wet. And Lewis decided he'd fuck it into the barrier and make this race interesting, because that's exactly what we needed, was a safety car a quarter way into this race. No, maybe about a third. I think, 75 laps? 70-some laps? Yeah, so about a third into this race. Just what we needed. Everybody pits. Isaac Hadjar is somehow, holding back Leclerc and Russell, which goes to show this Racing Bull car, it's got some speed, dog. I mean, the other Racing Bull, who was in 8th, by the way, or something like that, in the points, was fighting with Carlos Sainz. And this was, it was definitely Lawson's fault, but Carlos Sainz got the penalty, and this led to was probably my favorite radio of all time. Maybe not of all time, actually, but of this year for sure. Because who got the penalty? We did. We got the penalty. Who? What is the stupidest thing I've ever heard? Stupidest thing I've ever heard. We'll have to go speak to the stewardess. Oh, something straight out of Ferrari. Oh, I loved it. It was great. Speaking of Ferrari, dude, Charles Leclerc, who, obviously couldn't overtake Isaac Hadjar, was getting pissy and decided to do the move of all moves on George Russell, dude. That was dirty as shit. But I love it. I love it, dude. That's some grit right there. He put his dick on the table with that one. And he deservedly got smashed into the barrier. The same barrier that Lewis found himself in. Kimi Antonelli was coming around the corner right as Leclerc was coming out of the pits. And, they met up at that bank corner, whose name I can't remember right now. I'm sorry. I should know, I know. But, yeah. Absolutely blunted Leclerc into the wall. Leclerc, decides he's going to go get a view of the race. I mean, I'm a big Beatles fan. But talk about the fool on the hill. This safety car somehow helped out Haas and Aston Martin because they all found themselves in the points somehow. I mean, shit, even Alex Albon leaped from 15th to 5th. And, shit, Yuki in the points? Big Yuki. Yeah. What else happened in this race? Oh, yeah. I think there was like 7 or 8 laps left when the fool on the hill found himself an equal in Lando Norris. What a shame. I think it was like they said it was a leak or something. And, he, the car started smoking. So he climbs the hill. And, not before Will, is his name Will Joseph? Will Joseph. Imagine having 2 first names. Decides to give him some baby talk. Oh, Lando, you were so fast today, dude. You were so fast all weekend. I was doing it. You did everything you could, Lando. It's not your fault, Lando. And Zach Brown could not hide his. He did not do a very good job hiding his sadness about this one. This hurt Zach Brown's heart because he wants Lando to win this shit, and he now knows it's gonna be virtually impossible. I mean, just that fucking face he made on the pit wall. It's just a face of a man who knows he's going to have to do a lot of talking. I mean, for a man that prides himself on his talking, he's going to have his work cut out for him with this one. Max gets 2nd place at his home Grand Prix. Oh, yeah, but did I mention Oscar Piastri wins this? I'm sorry. And extends his point lead to 34. Which is, that's going to be really hard to come for Lando. Yeah, shit. Anywho, Max gets 2nd place at his home Grand Prix. To be honest, very, very well deserved after that lap 1 overtake and save. I mean, to make the move and make that save, granted he got overtaken, but I think he just deserves 2nd just for that. And in 3rd place, big up the Isaac Hadjar. Oh my god, dude. I mean, I saw it. I think we all saw it coming. Well, I don't know, not really. I didn't really particularly see it coming. I mean, I saw him getting a solid amount of points because I honestly didn't think the top 3 at the time were going to have any faults at all. But I mean, when you put in a solid qualifying like fourth, you set yourself up for that podium. And he held that shit all race. He deserves that podium too, just like Max. Shit. Big up to Isaac Hadjar. Oh man, what an incredible feeling that must have been for him. The trophy broke. It happens. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those fucking like whatchamacallit. They look like old kings like cups. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. Isaac was holding it by the handle, in theory the handle, and that shit split in two. And then the team still did the damn like Red Bull splashing celebration after, like, they didn't notice that the trophy had just broke, and then they practically trampled Isaac. But who could give a shit? George Russell, despite having damage from that tussle, that basically having Charles Leclerc's dick put on his shoulder, yeah, still finished fourth. Good on him. Alex Albon and the Williams got fifth. Carlos Sainz, it is what it is. We have to go speak to the stewards. Ollie Behrman got sixth. That's what's up. And Lance Stroll, despite everything, despite crashing it not only in practice, but bending it in qualifying, starting 20th, fucking up Bortoletto's race, still finds himself in 7th, ahead of Fernando Alonso. Big up the Fernando Alonso. And big up the. Okay, I'm overdoing it. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda. Finished 9th. I don't know. I'm just so happy about the point scorers in this race. Because, I don't know. It's just awesome. I love Zandvoort. Zandvoort's top 3 track for me on the F1 game. Just tight. Can get wet. Lots of curves. It's a great track. In 10th place, the last point scorer of all people, Esteban Ocon. Jesus, Esteban Ocon. What a guy. My 3 predictions for Zandvoort were that Lando would get the championship lead back for the first time in a long time. And nope, it was the exact opposite, obviously. It is now from 9 to 34 points. And I believe Crofty and Brundle were talking about some stat where there has been like 2 other times this season where Oscar Piastri has went into a race 9 points ahead of Lando Norris, won that race, and extended his lead. 3 times in one season for that to happen. That's a fun stat. That's a really good stat. My second prediction, Alpine's out of Q1, but nothing will come of it. I don't even think they made it out of Q1. Like, Colapinto. Yeah, that was a shitty prediction, me. What made me think Alpines would do anything but fuck it up? And my third prediction, hey, shout out Fernando Alonso, would score again. Big up the Fernando Alonso. I'm just gonna straight off the HEAZY My 3 predictions for Monza. Number 1, I think Oscar Piastri will extend his lead more. He's gonna win in Monza, or at least come out ahead of Lando, and that lead's gonna be even more detrimental to Lando. Second, just for that move alone, just for putting his dick on George Russell's shoulder, I'd say Charles Leclerc will get a bounce back podium. Well, now that I say that, it's not gonna happen. But shit, at least third. Something to keep the Tifosi happy. I know the Tifosi aren't happy right now. They're probably pissed the fuck off with Kimi Antonelli, dude. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Like, sure, Kimi's Italian, but you think they wouldn't fucking shoot him right now? Firing squad, Kimi Antonelli, who just turned 19, I think. Yeah, like last week or 2 weeks ago, sometime. You think they wouldn't firing squad him if they could after what he did to Charles Leclerc? And for that, you know what? I think my third prediction for the 2025 Monza Italian Grand Prix, I think Kimi Antonelli will finally bounce back, maybe get a top 6 or something. I don't know. Anywho, once again, thank you for listening to me be a dumbass. I felt like this was a lot better now that I'm just rambling. Thank you for listening to Not Another Formula One podcast. Bye-bye.